Greetings, President Mooney, Vice President and Provost Dumont, faculty, Board of Trustees, honored guests, families, and friends, and especially the graduates of the class of 2019. I would ask you to please be in a moment of quiet and contemplation with me. Subtle mystery of all life, honored by our multiplicity of humble human expressions, to acknowledge our meek reverence, deference, respect, and praise we pause and ask your presence in our awareness and hearts as we celebrate our accomplishments and the gift and privilege of education. We look to new horizons ahead while giving thanks for all those who have assisted us along the way. We give thanks for family, partners, allies, and friends. We give thanks for the helpers, coaches, professors, administrators, and staff who stood with and for us, who inspired and prodded us to be our best selves. Hearten us to look with compassion, hope, and conviction in the face of hate and confusion, to new possibilities in uncertain times. Continue to inspire us to dare greatly, to embark on new and continued journeys of restoration and reconciliation, to dare to believe and live in right human relationship as we embrace our better angels. O God of life and unconditional love, continue to illumine our minds, keep us open to forever learning and growing, and to never abandon the human experiment, so in need of each of us. We move on with thanks, embraced and sent by this community of mutual learners, sent by life and love, sent as repairers of the breach and healers of the world. Blessed be. No, you are not and never alone. Amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be brought to us by Emma Gelinas, class of 20, from Farmington, New Hampshire, and the singer of the alma mater, Michael T. Brown, class of 12, from New London, New Hampshire.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Franklin Pierce, Franklin Pierce, we remember well, small and grand, you will stand. We remember well. at hand. Mountain, pond, skies of blue, Grand Monadnock's land. Beacon bright, time will tell. In our hearts you'll dwell. In our hearts, Franklin Pierce, we remember well, we remember well.
Please be seated. President Mooney, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, members of the esteemed class of 1969, family members and friends, and of course, members of the class of 2019. My name is Steve Camerino, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm pleased to welcome you to the 54th Commencement Exercises of Franklin Pierce University. I'd like to take my time here today to speak frankly to the graduates assembled before us. In a short time, President Mooney will stand here and with a few magic words will confer on you the academic recognition that you've worked so hard to earn. With that simple act, you will be magically and forever transformed from students into alumni. Our job, the job of a trustee, is to safeguard and ensure the sustainability and success of this institution, so it will be here to educate students like you for decades to come. That's really the sole job of a trustee, a job that relies to a significant extent on the joint effort of the people who have already received the benefit of a Franklin Pierce education, the alumni whose ranks you will join in a matter of minutes. To put it plainly, institutions like Franklin Pierce are able to educate students like you in no small part because of the generosity and support of the students, now alumni, who came before you. People like the alumni in the great class of 1969 who are with us today. Today we call that paying it forward. We used to call it paying back, but paying it forward is much more apt because in supporting Franklin Pierce, you will help ensure that future students can have the same experience you've had or perhaps an even better experience. Of more direct importance to you, by paying it forward, you will also ensure that the school you've received your degree from will be more successful than ever. That will give the degrees you receive today more value and more meaning in the marketplace. So by paying it forward, you will not just benefit others, you will benefit yourselves as well. I'd ask you to reflect on the incredible gift the faculty and staff here at Franklin Pierce have given you over the last few years. A gift you will carry with you for the rest of your life, and in fact, that will help you have a fuller, more meaningful life than you might otherwise have had. It is a gift from people who have made it their life's calling to help not just people like you, but for the last several years, you specifically to be a healthy, happy, well-rounded adult and member of society with all the tools to succeed. Think about how exceptional that is. Franklin Pierce University is a place that has been structured with one thing in mind: you. Your professors, your coaches, your advisors, from community assistants to President Mooney and everyone in between, they've been focused not only on your education, but also on your well-being and your personal growth. Why am I focusing on that today? Well, apart from simply reminding you to say thank you to them in the short time you have between the end of this ceremony and when you get in your car to leave campus, it's because institutions like this can only exist with the support of people like you. the people who graduate from Franklin Pierce, who recognize that who they are and what they can become is a result in no small way of the effort of these amazing people who have dedicated their lives to the education and growth of others. But here's a harsh truth of higher education. Despite how expensive tuition at Franklin Pierce or almost any other college or university may seem, it doesn't cover the cost of educating the students who attend and the facilities that support that experience. The success of a place like Franklin Pierce over the long run is dependent on the support of its alumni and others who care deeply about its mission and believe in the value and importance of the work that the faculty and staff here are doing and its lasting impact on the students they commit their lives to. So to put it as plainly as I can, Franklin Pierce and the students in its future need your financial support. I recognize that that's asking a lot of a group of people, many of whom have spent the last 4 years doing everything possible just to pay their own tuition. But I hope you'll decide that if you can afford a latte, you can afford your first gift to Franklin Pierce. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter how large your gift is at this point in your career. It just matters that you start now, like drinking your Starbucks or whatever your personal vice may be, and you get in the habit of giving to a place that has already invested heavily in you, based on the belief that you have the ability to make a positive difference in the world. You can do another thing to support Franklin Pierce as well, and this one is really easy. You can stay connected. Stay connected with your classmates, stay connected with your professors. Come back to Ringe as often as possible. Follow Franklin Pierce athletics. Participate actively in the Alumni Association. But above all, keep Franklin Pierce and the relationships you've made here in your life. Why? Because the relationships you've formed here will help your life be richer and more fulfilling. And to be honest, I'm confident that if you stay connected, you're a lot more likely to give. I hope today won't be the end of your relationship with Franklin Pierce. Instead, I hope you'll view it as the day when you pivoted from being the recipient of the nurturing and support of the faculty and staff who have dedicated themselves to your success, to being the ones who ensure that others have the opportunity to enjoy the same environment and experience for many years to come. Colleges and universities are exactly what they're talking about when they say pay it forward. If you're thankful for the support and teaching you've received from your professors and coaches, and for the relationships and bonds you've developed here, show it by paying it forward. First, by continuing to be part of the Franklin Pierce community, and second, by giving what you can, even if you need to start small. Anne Frank wrote that no one has ever become poor by giving. If you're not sure you believe Anne Frank, start by giving the equivalent of a latte. Your first gift can be a tall, and hopefully later you'll move up to something that's more like a grande. But do it the first time Franklin Pierce reaches out to you, so it becomes a habit. The Franklin Pierce class of 2039 is counting on you. A few of them are in the audience with you today, and they're hoping you won't let them down. Thank you, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations to the Franklin Pierce University class of 2019. We salute you.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Franklin Pierce University's 54th commencement. Chairman Camerino, members of the Board of Trustees, Senator LeVake, Provost Dumont and college deans, our distinguished recipients of honorary degrees and the Peterson Citizen Leader Award, the dedicated Franklin Pierce University faculty and staff, family members, friends, Franklin Pierce alumni, thank you all for joining us today and coming together as a community in celebration of the class of 2019. And of course, to our graduates, congratulations on your academic and personal accomplishments throughout your education at Franklin Pierce and on earning your degrees from the doctorate to the associates. Today, you will take more significant steps at Franklin Pierce because as you walk across this stage this morning, you will join me as a proud alum of this university. and you will join the ranks of the class of 1969 who walked across this stage 50 years ago. And so let me just take a moment to talk about the class of 1969, 10 of whom are with us today. Would you stand for a moment to be recognized? They are such a special group. They are special in the history of this university. This class, the class of 69, was the first for which the university mace was carried at commencement. Professor Forbes Farmer carried that same mace in today. This class initiated the establishment of the Alumni Association. This class has had the strongest alumni participation on both the Alumni Board of Directors and the Board of Trustees. And the class of 1969 has consistently had the highest percentage of alumni giving to the university. So they are incredibly special to us, and we are grateful for them. Thank you. And while they are standing, I would like to ask all Franklin Pierce alumni present today to stand for a moment to be acknowledged. We are Raven Nation, and together we take great pride in you. We are proud of our full-time graduate students in our physical therapy program who donned their doctoral hoods yesterday for the first time. Congratulations. As a class, they are known for their commitment to community service, their sincerity, and their high spirits. And we did have the opportunity to experience your high spirits yesterday. I'm glad you brought them with you again today. We are proud of our full-time physician assistant studies graduates who are known for pursuing excellence and achieving high standards in everything they do. We are proud of all of our master's and undergraduate professional studies students who earned their degrees with us online while working and raising families in addition to managing the rigors of their Franklin Pierce courses. And we are proud of our largest student cohort gathered here today, the undergraduates who spent the last 4 years studying, playing, leading, and living on this campus. We remember you from your very first days here. 4 years ago, you arrived with big dreams, open to new experiences, and always ready for adventure. You will be remembered for the strong community you built together, for the positive spirit you brought to all of everything you did, all of your leadership, and you'll be remembered especially for the eagerness that you always had to help others under all circumstances. So collectively, the class of 2019, you leave a wonderful legacy to this university, and we are grateful for it. And as a community, we celebrate having had the privilege to educate you and indeed learn from you. We thank you. We will now hear from the academic leaders of the undergraduate class of 2019. We have 2 valedictorians for the class. Frederick Clark is the valedictorian for professional studies. Frederick has been a student at Franklin Pierce since 2016, taking classes through our online program. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration. Frederick's employer, Raytheon, recently sent him overseas to train for a new position in the company, a promotion that he attributes to his Franklin Pierce degree. And because he is abroad, he is unable to attend today's ceremony, but he does extend his enthusiastic congratulations to all of his fellow graduates. Please join me in congratulating Frederick. Eileen Savinelli, the valedictorian for the college at Ringe, will address the class of 2019. Eileen is graduating from the Ringe campus with a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences. Would Eileen Savinelli please come forward?
Hello. President Mooney, honored guests, members of the board, faculty, parents, friends, and fellow graduates. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate this momentous milestone in our lives. I first want to recognize that every graduate here has taken a unique path to get here today. Some graduates are first-generation college students. Some may have transferred from other schools. Some have worked insane hours to afford school. Some have overcome hurdles the rest of us cannot even imagine. We may all be wearing matching outfits and receiving the same piece of paper, but this day, these past few years, means something different to everyone here. Whatever it means for you to be here today, congratulations. When I was deciding on which college I wanted to attend, I had no idea what size school I wanted to go to. I applied here, obviously, but I also applied to schools as big as Northeastern and University of Miami. School size just wasn't a huge factor on my list, but I knew when I came here that I had made the right choice. Looking back, I certainly would not have survived at a big school. There's something special about going to a school this small. It forms a really unique community, and you get the feeling that you count. It's small enough that you actually get to know everybody in the community, from your professors and advisors, to your res life staff, to the athletic trainers. And let's be honest, does anyone know of any other school where they know their maintenance workers on a first-name basis? I can't count how many times Rob has turned my day around just by checking in on me. But it's big enough that you can still see a new face almost every day. It's small enough that you can get away with getting up 5 minutes before class starts and still get there on time, maybe a couple minutes late. But big enough that you can find some peace and quiet in the beauty of Parley Pond and Mount Monadnock. Another one of my favorite things is that your friends somehow tend to know most of your professors, even if they're an entirely different major. The professors just manage to be very integrated into the campus. There are professors like Dr. Jess Landis, who I haven't had since freshman year, but who still recognizes me and says hello whenever I see her on campus. And then there's professors like Dr. Bennett, who I've had almost every semester of my college career. Many Pierce professors don't just know your name, they know your story. Sometimes it seems like they care more about your success than you do, which also means that they know when you're not in class. You just don't get that at a big school. I think that a lot of us forget just how small and isolated FPU is until our friends from home come to visit, and they're like, "This is where you go to school?" But the small school atmosphere has given me and so many other students incredible opportunities. It gave me the opportunity to move at my own pace, to be an athlete in the NE10, go Ravens, to start a mental health awareness club on campus, to learn from professors from various backgrounds, and to make friends and memories that will last a lifetime. Love you, LV16. This semester, I also had the opportunity to volunteer at Head Start, which is a government-funded preschool program for low-income families. I got to help 3 to 5-year-olds as they went through their daily school activities. As I was sitting with them on the carpet one day, listening to them count and name various shapes and colors, I watched how excited they were to learn. And I realized that I had forgotten what it felt like to learn just for the sake of learning. Not to worry about a grade or how my GPA would be affected. These kids were learning because they were genuinely excited to learn something new. This brought me back to something that any health science student has heard more times than they can count from the ever-so-wise Dr. Bennett. And this is the fact that academic achievement and true education are two entirely different things. You can accomplish one without the other. I know this because I've done it. We all have at one point or another. I wouldn't be standing here today giving this speech if I hadn't. We figured out a long time ago how to work this system. We've taken the right classes with the right professors and figured out how they grade. We prioritize our schoolwork by which assignments will have the most impact on our grades. And it's not entirely our fault. This is the system we grew up in. A system that's taken away genuine learning and individuality. A system that is geared towards the kids who know how to manipulate it. A system that values GPA over extracurricular activities, sports, leadership skills, or meaningful experiences. And this is in no way a shot at Franklin Pierce University, a place where I have found exceptional professors who strive to prioritize our intellectual growth over our grades. It is merely a flaw in the system. You might be asking why I brought this up, since most people here just completed at least 16 years of formal education. But that is because, 1, our education is not over, and it never will be. And 2, we have the opportunity to change the system for the future. Our education isn't over because whether you're going to grad school or starting a job or gaining more experience, we have so many learning opportunities ahead of us in our careers and in everyday life. We still have time to change the way we think about learning, so embrace every learning opportunity. Value integrity over illusory success. And as far as changing the education system for the future, well, believe it or not, that's completely in our hands. Part of that work is going to be the job of our future teachers. Shout out to all the ed majors. But whether you are going to be a teacher or not, we will all be educators in some way. Perhaps as a physical therapist, teaching people how to rehab their bodies, or as a psychologist, teaching people how to manage their mental health, an accountant, teaching people how to manage their money, or as a journalist, teaching people about what's going on in the world. We are the next generation of educators, and not just in our careers, but as future parents, community leaders, even as friends. We have the responsibility to create a better system. And this is Commencement, a time for new beginnings and new challenges. So I challenge all of you to overcome the system that was built for us, and not only pursue opportunities of genuine learning, but encourage others to do so as well. I believe that the class of 2019 has what it takes. I want to wish each and every one of you happiness and success in all of your future endeavors. Thanks for the memories, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Eileen. The practice of universities awarding honorary degrees dates to the Middle Ages as a way to honor individuals for noble service to their profession or to others. The honorary degree is considered the most prestigious recognition from a university because it awards the degree at the highest level, the doctorate. And we are proud to confer 3 honorary degrees today. Would Assistant Professor Maria Miner please come forward? Would Provost Dumond and Mayor Joyce Craig please come forward?
Joyce Hopkins Craig, advocate, civic leader, community builder. The 48th mayor of Manchester, New Hampshire, and the first woman to hold that office, Mayor Joyce Craig has committed to engage the community of the state's largest city and home to one of Franklin Pierce University's graduate and professional studies centers through pride and optimism. After little more than a year, her efforts have already made strides towards her pledge to launch a new era of economic vibrancy, improve the city's schools, and address the opioid crisis in Manchester. Born and raised in Manchester, Mayor Craig grew up attending public schools and received her bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of New Hampshire. She began her public service in 2007 when she was concerned by the many challenges facing Manchester schools and won a seat on the Manchester School Board. In 2009, Ms. Craig won a seat on the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, where she served 3 terms and led bipartisan efforts to lower the tax rate while putting more police officers on the streets, improving roads, and investing in schools. In 2014, then Governor Maya Hassan selected Ms. Craig to serve on the governor's task force on science, technology, engineering, and math education in recognition of her efforts to improve Manchester's schools. Mayor Craig is restoring our faith in each other and our willingness to work together as a community, said Barry Brenzinger, coordinator of Manchester Proud, a community movement to advance Manchester's public schools. By selflessly and tirelessly working on behalf of all Manchester's residents, including those who are least privileged and most in need of a supportive community, she has shown her commitment to all the people of Manchester. I admire Mayor Craig's determination to build a better city for Manchester citizens, her responsiveness and dedication, her openness, and most of all, her compassion, said Mary Heath, a member of New Hampshire's House of Representatives. Manchester is fortunate to have her at the helm, and the city has become a kinder, more business-friendly, and open city since she became mayor. Mayor Craig's work ethic, intellect, and passion for the city of Manchester are some of her best qualities, said close family friend and fiscal agent Arthur Gazoulis. But her greatest skill as a leader has to be her ability to listen and engage so that all voices are heard. Whereas Mayor Joyce Craig has demonstrated outstanding effectiveness, collaboration, and kindness as a civic leader, whereas she has brought hope for the future to Manchester's citizens, and whereas she is building relationships with businesses and universities to improve employment and quality of life in the state's largest city, Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Public Administration, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Public Administration with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here with all of you. And I want to just take a minute to thank Dr. Miner, Provost Dumont, and President Mooney for inviting me to participate in this exciting day and for presenting me with an honorary doctorate degree. I'm truly humbled to have been selected and to be sharing this honor with Mayor Georgia Lord and Jamie Throwbridge. Congratulations, graduates. It's great to be here with you and your families on this wonderful occasion. You know, when I graduated from UNH in 1989, I never thought I'd be back on a graduation stage 3 decades later as mayor of the largest city in the state, let alone receiving an honorary doctorate degree from Franklin Pierce University. It's really funny how things happen. Back in 2008, I was a parent concerned about education in Manchester. I volunteered in my kids' classrooms and noticed there was a lack of technology. I found a local grant opportunity, applied, and to my surprise, we got the grant. It was small, but it's what made me realize that my advocacy, my actions, could make a difference. And it got me thinking, determined to make a difference in my community, to make it better. I took a chance and ran for political office. As you heard, I served on the school board, then as an alderman, and now as mayor. At 18 years old, and even at 28 years old, I never thought I'd be a public servant. It wasn't my plan, but it's the arena I belong in, because it's where my passion lies. My message for all of you graduating today is that while your plans are important, your passion, your perseverance, and your ability to dare greatly are the qualities that will drive you in life and help you find happiness and success. Since taking office 17 months ago, I'm proud to say that we're making a real difference in helping our residents lead better lives with stronger schools, a healthier and safer community, good jobs, and a growing economy, all while protecting the city's bottom line. Through these efforts, one thing is very clear. It's on all of us together to take action in our communities. Collaboration is key, and surrounding yourself with people who have different ideas and beliefs will challenge and inspire you. And take risks, good risks, and don't be afraid of failure. The first time I ran for mayor was the first time that I ran a citywide campaign. We worked really hard and had hundreds of volunteers helping us. We turned out over 20,000 people to vote, and I lost that election by 64 votes. 64 votes. So I want you to take away 2 things. 1 is your vote counts. Every vote counts. And 2, I used my heartbreak of that loss to fuel my determination to win 2 years later, and I did. So when life tells you no, it's important to find a way to keep things in perspective. Because if you know what you're capable of, If you're prepared and if you work hard, then life has a way of turning no into yes. Your generation will confront challenges and see things happen that today seem impossible. And while your generation is one of hope, it must also be one of action. Rarely is this work easy or quick, but it's essential. Your graduation today is the first step, and it's now up to you to continue to push yourself and to make your community, wherever that may be, a better place. You're an exceptional group, and I urge you to continue to strive to be individuals of great character, to serve others, and to continue to make our world a better place. Congratulations on your graduation. I look forward to seeing what you all will accomplish. Thank you.
Would Trustee Leslie Arsht please come forward? Would Provost Dumond and Mayor Georgia Lord please come forward?
Georgia Themia Lord, collaborator, public servant, businesswoman. The 10th mayor of Goodyear, Arizona, and the first woman to hold the office, Mayor Georgia Lord is passionate about economic growth and the opportunity to impact the quality of life of residents in the city that is home to one of Franklin Pierce University's graduate and professional studies centers. Ms. Lord's commitment to show up and listen and her ability to build relationships and coalitions have had a positive impact on the growth of the region. Mayor Lord has extensive experience in real estate sales, giving her unique insights into how to create high-quality, attractive communities. She received the Distinguished Service Award from the Greater Phoenix Economic Council in recognition of her promotion of economic development in the region and was named one of the most influential businesswomen in Arizona by Arizona Business Magazine in 2014. Ms. Lord's civic service began on the Goodyear City Council in 2005, and she served as chair of the Goodyear City Center Technical Advisory Committee, responsible for crafting Goodyear's new downtown strategy. She was elected mayor in 2011 and has been reelected twice, with the goals to continue to develop a sustainable downtown, attract new business and clean industries, and enhance public safety services. Mayor Lord is a strong, capable, visionary, and all-around classy lady, said Julian Ariel, Goodyear City Manager, who works with her daily. She's a great leader for our city in a time when we are seeing tremendous change and growth. She's passionate and compassionate and has integrity in all the decisions she makes, always standing up for what is right. Patrick Mcdermott, Senior Account Manager for Arizona Public Service, said, Mayor Lord is a true steady hand at the wheel. She doesn't panic. She listens intently and delivers clear direction at all times. She saw our city through lean years and has been a great leader in ushering in unprecedented growth and prosperity for Goodyear and the region. Georgia is incredibly dedicated to her community and thrives in her role as mayor, said Kenneth Weiss, mayor of the neighboring city of Avondale. Her strong character and high moral standards are traits that I believe everyone can admire. She is not afraid to fight for her community. Whereas Mayor Georgia Lord has shown the energy and vision to be an effective leader, whereas she has demonstrated that she truly cares about the people in her community and their sustainable future, and whereas she has had a positive impact on the growth and economic development of the city of Goodyear and the region, Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Public Administration, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Public Administration with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Thank you, Leslie. I hope you don't mind me calling by your first name and no title, because you are a friend, and it's meaningful for me to say thank you that you were the one that addressed me today. Thank you. Thank you, President Mooney. I'm so deeply honored to accept this honorary doctorate public administration degree. I was told the honorary degree was being conferred in recognition of my professional accomplishments and service to my community. But you know what? It's our community. I'll say this morning, our community. Franklin Pierce University is one of Goodyear's finest and most dedicated partners, and I'm ever grateful to be a part of this community. As mayor, one of my main points of pride is hearing from our residents and business community that Goodyear continues to provide a small town feel that we all love, even as we continue to experience rapid growth. As one of the fastest growing cities in the country, I am fortunate to have a city council that shares a common goal of building high quality community and thinking of our future generations while making thoughtful decisions. I'm aware of the incredible academic rigor and the impressive faculty and the enriching experiences gained through an education provided by Franklin Pierce University. I am so honored to share the stage with all of you today, you graduates, our future. I think in my mind what's going to happen. Let's cheer for you. So I'm honored. I'm so honored to be here today and really stand before you and be a part of you. I sincerely hope that as you graduate today, that you will begin to think how you can positively impact your communities, wherever that may be. But you know what? I hope you find your way to Goodyear. I found my passion in local government, and I hope when you find yours, you will have the courage to advocate your beliefs. At the time when electronic devices are so heavily relied upon, I want to remind you the most effective way you can have someone most effective way you can meet people, accomplish something, is being present. Being there they can see your face, hear your words, hear your thoughts. I attribute my success to hearing about the issues firsthand and having the willpower to negotiate in order to find a solution. I encourage you all to do the same. I greatly appreciate Franklin Pierce for conferring this honorary doctorate degree upon me, and I will forever hold it with great pride. I'm humbled to serve as a testament to the value of contributing to one's community and serving in a profession with commitment and compassion. Thank you for this recognition. Thank you for having my family join me today. I especially want to thank my daughter, Tiffany, my daughter, Kim, my son-in-law, Rick Stewart, and I would not forget my husband. He's sitting over there, a 30-year military man. I have to tell you, I'm a 30-year-old dependent. I'd like to especially then to give Ron a special thanks and my love for being such a patient with me during my time as a politician and a mayor and in a leadership role, and sticking with me for 56 years of marriage. I thank you once again, And thank you to Franklin Pierce for picking the Goodyear, Arizona, the place to be for a new university. And I just want you to know today, I brought this son from Arizona. Thank you.
Would Vice President Linda Quimby please come forward? Would Provost Dumond and Jamie Trowbridge please come forward?
James R. Trowbridge, publisher, communicator, leader. Jamie Trowbridge's outstanding work as the president and CEO of Yankee Publishing has played an integral role in upholding the spirit of New England values, both within this diverse region and beyond. He has taken an independent, family-owned media company founded by his grandfather more than 80 years ago and brought it into the 21st century with new products from the Old Farmer's Almanac to New Hampshire Magazine for the benefit of over 23 million readers across the country. Mr. Trowbridge's first job at Yankee was at the age of 14 when he worked on the maintenance staff, and he continued during the summers through high school. Then, after graduating from Dartmouth and enjoying a successful career working in the newspaper and magazine industry in Seattle and Boston, he returned to Yankee to work as production manager. But his biggest impact came in 1999 in the face of mounting challenges in the industry when he took over as CEO and positioned the company for future success as a multimedia business. Jamie has the greatest respect and affection of everyone here at Yankee, said Judson Hale, chairman of the board of directors and editor-in-chief at Yankee, who has known Mr. Trowbridge his whole life. At the turn of the century, the company was doing very poorly, and Jamie came along as president and made a series of important moves that brought it back into prosperity. If you want something done, and done well, just ask Jamie. Swift Corwin, a personal friend and consulting forester, concurs. Jamie leads with good humor and pragmatism. He is always available to step up and lead when leading is needed. He is open to trying unique approaches when unique approaches seem out of the question. Mr. Trowbridge's leadership extends beyond publishing to the community at large, and he has served on the boards of the McDowell Colony, Monadnock Community Hospital, and the New Hampshire Travel Council. Known for his civic engagement as chair of a task force working to promote the Monadnock region, Jamie Trowbridge is one of the most well-respected leaders in our community, said Cynthia McGuire, CEO of Monadnock Community Hospital, where he served as treasurer and chair of the finance committee. Jamie brought a calm and steady presence to hospital finance, one of the most complex financial processes in our country. He is a perceptive and thoughtful leader who is 100% committed to our region's success. Whereas Jamie Trowbridge is a leading light in the world of publishing, whereas he has shown inspiring leadership in his community, and whereas he has maintained the founding values of integrity, ingenuity, and community that makes New England culture unique, Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Thank you, Linda. And good morning. Along with everyone else, I want to congratulate the graduates and their families. This is a special day for everyone here. And how often can you say that? Exactly. I'm honored to receive this recognition from Franklin Pierce University, especially alongside Joyce Craig and Georgia Lord, two incredibly talented and accomplished women. I suspect the honor is due primarily to the fact that Yankee Publishing, the company founded by my grandparents in Dublin, is still alive and kicking. Over the last 84 years, my colleagues and I at Yankee have had to change the business continually to stay relevant and profitable as an independent media company. Now, change is hard for us New Englanders. We have a reputation for being stuck in our ways. Maybe you've heard that joke about how many New Englanders it takes to change a light bulb? No? No. Well, it takes two Yankees to change a light bulb. One to change the bulb, and one to talk about how good the old one was. Most of you graduating today don't care how long an organization or a business has been around, and that's as it should be. As a country, we're obsessed with what's new and the future. Americans are essentially revolutionaries. So we root for the up-and-comer, the new business that's going to disrupt the dinosaur. But eventually, some people, some with a few more years on them, will come to appreciate that it takes just as much energy and innovation to sustain a business or an organization as it does to start one. And I think you could ask anyone up here on the stage about that. This group and everyone here who works for Franklin Pierce as a trustee or a staff member has done a phenomenal job of sustaining this organization. But I think if you ask them, they'd tell you it hasn't been easy. There's nothing inevitable about progress. No matter how much momentum you build up, there are always forces at work that are trying to slow you down. So change is not optional, not for any of us. And you have to adapt to an ever-changing environment. Charles Darwin, who knew a thing or two about adapting, said, "It's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. The one most responsive to change survives." And in addition to adapting, you have to persist. If you want the work you've poured your heart into to last, you can't take your foot off the gas. Of course, persistence is key to achieving anything difficult. Along those lines, whoa, there goes the beefeater. Along those lines, I keep this quotation from Babe Ruth taped up on the wall next to my desk. He said simply, "It's hard to beat someone who just won't give up." Thank you, and good luck to all of you.
With deep regret, the recipient of our next award is unable to be with us today, so we will present the award in absentia. I'm delighted to announce that the 2019 Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award recipient is Dr. Martha Pappas. Would Chair of the Board of Trustees, Stephen Camerino, please come forward to read the citation?
Martha R. Pappas, educator, philanthropist, civic leader. A part-time resident of Jaffrey, New Hampshire, Dr. Martha R. Pappas has spent her life working to improve the health, education, and well-being of young people and their families and communities throughout New England. Today, Dr. Pappas is being recognized with the Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award, named for New Hampshire's distinguished 72nd Governor and President of Franklin Pierce University for 2 decades. A graduate of Wellesley College, Dr. Pappas holds both a Master of Education and a Doctor of Education in Administration from Boston University. She has worked as a teacher and administrator for public schools in Bethesda, Maryland, and Sudbury, Massachusetts, and authored a textbook on the 19th century westward movement in the U.S. In 1988, she and her husband, Dr. Arthur M. Pappas, created the Arthur M. and Martha R. Pappas Foundation. Since his passing in 2016, she has continued their work, assuming the foundation's mission as her own, supporting nonprofits that bring communities together through education, health, recreation, culture, and conservation of nature and wildlife. Martha is an amazing force for good within our community, said Samuel Canary, a longtime family friend and co-trustee on the Pappas Foundation. Working alongside Martha now, I admire that she is truly at the top of her game and is more committed than ever to her and Arthur's shared vision of bringing communities together. She is thoughtful, creative, and she is enthusiastic. There is no bigger cheerleader for the group she supports than Martha. Dr. Pappas has served on numerous nonprofit boards and helped distribute funds from multiple community foundations that improve the quality of life of those who live in central New England. Right here in Rindge, Franklin Pierce University received the Pappas family's generous support for the Dr. Arthur and Martha Pappas Health Science and Athletic Training Center. Martha's philanthropy is animated by the principle of doing good so others may do well, said Barbara Morse, co-trustee on the Pappas Foundation. She is dedicated to making a difference in her community and larger region, always firm in her commitment to fairness and collaboration, and always a philanthropist who is strong in her values and advocacy. Warner Fletcher, her attorney for many years, said, Martha supports the causes and opportunities she does because she understands the needs that are out there, and she relishes finding innovative ways to try to help the community deal with particular issues more effectively. Martha Pappas's philanthropic work and dedication to education make her an ideal recipient of the Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award, which recognizes extraordinary commitment to public service, selfless contributions to higher education, a sense of humor, and high moral character.
Thank you. Dr. Pappas has prepared remarks to be read by Barbara Morse, co-trustee of the Pappas Foundation. Would Barbara Morse please come forward?
Thank you, President Mooney. Thank you, Chairman Camerino. Good morning, everybody. On behalf of Dr. Martha Riley Pappas, Warner Fletcher, Sam Canary, and I are pleased to stand before you to congratulate you on your achievement today. Franklin Pierce University's vision statement ends with a powerful line that describes all of you who are graduating today. Our alumni will be well prepared for the professional, personal, and social demands of the 21st century and will continue to be ethical leaders and catalysts for change within and beyond their communities. As exemplified by this vision statement, Franklin Pierce focuses on the value of community in a very authentic and aspirational manner. This is one of the many reasons that Martha is so humbled to receive the Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award from Franklin Pierce University. Martha sends her best wishes to every graduate and to everyone in attendance here, but regrettably cannot be here in person, as you heard President Mooney say. Nonetheless, Martha has shared the essence of what she would have us impart in these brief remarks. Martha has always valued education. Her early life choices demonstrate this. Following her graduation from Auburn High School in Auburn, Mass., Martha graduated from Wellesley College and then spent many rewarding years teaching English at Lincoln High School in Lincoln, Mass. Well into this teaching career, she earned her doctorate in education from Boston University. Martha's formal education prepared her for a rewarding professional career, but as important, it enabled a meaningful and happy life as a citizen and as an active member of many communities. Franklin Pierce University is one of the great communities that Martha is lucky enough to be a part of. Her wish for you after graduation is that your education empower you to be active and engaged members of the communities you encounter throughout your life. Each of you has the capacity to do great things, and among them will be giving back to the community. Here is what Martha would want you to know. For one, she would tell you to never forget to look outward. She would caution you not to be so self-absorbed that you forget the other as you are focused on the newly minted you. Second, she would want you to prize the opportunity to give to the communities where you live without regard to any resources other than will and commitment. She would say that giving is not about money or status. Rather, it's a simple idea and very easy to practice. It's about being intentional and invested beyond your own personal needs. It is about wanting to make a difference. She would advise you, lastly, that the most precious resource that you have throughout your life is time. She would urge you to use that in ways that enrich the communities where you live, at schools, houses of worship, agencies for health and social services, libraries, education, recreational areas, conservation efforts, anywhere that you find the community fit to be right and honest. Martha came to this deep passion about community commitment in a very personal way, long before there was an Arthur Michael and Martha Riley Pappas Foundation. Her parents, John and Ethel Riley, lived in Auburn, where they raised 3 children. Her dad was a foreman at a local foundry and held the position of town clerk in Auburn. Her mother, Ethel, was the assistant town clerk. The actual town office was in their family living room. They were modest, hardworking people, with her dad attending night school to get his college degree. She has recounted for Warner, Sam, and me some of the early experiences that have proven to be seminal for her. For instance, over the holidays, as a small girl in Auburn, Martha would accompany her dad while he made visits to families who were struggling, and she would watch him use donated funds from local civic organizations to pay for an oil bill for that month. In some other years, together with her sister Grace and brother Al, she would be asked by her parents at Christmas if they would be willing to give one of their Christmas presents, still wrapped, to a child in town who might not have one. These early moments made a deep impression on Martha. She saw that being a member of a community meant being a part of it, not apart from it. Martha took these lessons from her youth and found a way to integrate them into her adulthood, where she is still doing that today at the age of 85. Together with Dr. Arthur Pappas, her late husband, Martha co-founded their charitable family foundation, through which they have thoughtfully and intentionally helped the communities that mean so much to them. Many of you, as Dr. Mooney said, experienced the fruits of this community-mindedness here at Franklin Pierce, on the Pappas Field, or in the Health Sciences and Training Center, for example. The Pappas Foundation's mission statement lays out the goal to bring communities together and to uplift and enrich life through education, health, recreation, sports, culture, the arts, and the conservation of nature and wildlife. Martha encourages each of you to go forth and to bring to life your own vision and mission statements into the communities where you will live. You have had such a wonderful education, and a life full of opportunity lies ahead of you. Blessings on all of you, and bravo to the class of 2019. Thank you.
The candidates for the Doctor of Physical Therapy will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Physical Therapy with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Associate Professor of Physical Therapy Ann Coventry.
Victoria Elizabeth Bedwell. Kayla Brown. Ethan Collins Burke. David Chadbourne, head coach of Franklin Pierce University men's basketball team, will present the degree to his daughter, Madison Monique Chadbourne. Vincent John Clark. Matthew John Coelho. Philip Cunha. Abigail Paulette Fody. Tyler A. Garnick. Allison M. Graham. Mackenzie Ann Haney. Patricia Marie Hansen. Nathan Robert Houston. Christine Marie Johnson. Shane Johnston. Haley Ray Keenan. Ryan C. Kelly. Mackenzie Ann Koch. Ariane Koski Klein. Kendra Irene LaJoy. Courtney Virginia Leach. Erica Lynn Leslie. Michael Ross McNana. Daniel James O'Connell. Carrie Margaret Salvatore. Hannah M. Smith. Jeffrey M. Smith. Megan Ashley Souza. Catherine Allison Weldon.
The candidates for the Master of Science in Accounting will please rise. The candidates for the Master of Science in Nursing, please rise. The candidates for the Master of Education, please rise. The candidates for the Master of Business Administration, please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you master's degrees with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Brian R. Schiavi. Caitlin Elizabeth Began. Anne Marie Pinney Cogan. Karen Lisa Cote. Diane G. Haley. Jennifer Lee Hannix. Paige Kristen Kennedy. Taylor Marie Leiniger. Casey Lee Baugh. Joseph C. Dorenzo. Lindsay Elizabeth Lynch. Rebecca Lee Paquette. Rebecca Jane Smith. Anthony Omer Valier. Yep. Elizabeth Grace Ward. Alejandra Barcelo. She didn't give me your last name. Brianna Elizabeth Bride. Dawn C. Broussard. Elish Devine. Samantha D. Filkowski. Taylor James Fletcher. Justin M. Gahn. Elizabeth Rose D'Angelantonio Grove. Master of Business Administration. Sarah D'Angelantonio from Franklin Pierce University's faculty will present the degree to her daughter. Knew that one. Okay. David Lewis Hamilton, Jr. Leah Horde. Jenna Michelle Hobart. Todd Brigham Hudson. Elon Jackson. Mark P. Jocelyn. Lolami Lola Charles. Dage Tico Miners. Needy Patel. Tara Shawn Smith. Bree Soulier. Alexa M. Wallace. Shayna Lalo Wasley.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Professor of Biology and Environmental Science, Jacques Vieira.
Barbara Adelson, magna cum laude. Sophia Marie Alexandru. Lydia Grace Apgar, magna cum laude. Brian Patrick Baker. Anthony J. Baronelli, cum laude. Hannah Barbara Bauer, magna cum laude. Samantha Rose Beaudry, summa cum laude. Matthew H. Bedard, cum laude. Emelisa Ting Belfiore, summa cum laude. Sierra Solange Bell. Chanel Victoria Belrose. Sunny Bisaza. Chelsea Elizabeth Bitter, magna cum laude. Gerald Robert Boardman III, cum laude. Christopher James Bogardas. Marshall Walker Bordeaux, cum laude. Damani J. Brandon. Matthew Brewster. Alyssa Christine Brown, cum laude. Taylor Brown. Marnia Marie Lancaster Bufaitis, magna cum laude. Aaron Burke, cum laude. Sarah Tyler Bilot, magna cum laude. Stephen Robert Carr, summa cum laude. Cole D. Carew. Amy J. Chaput, summa cum laude. John Shokri. Bailey Mackenzie Clapp, summa cum laude. Katori Alan Cobb. Brianna Deanne Coleman. Catherine Cheryl Corey, cum laude. Kendra Bailey Covington, magna cum laude. Molly Cohen, cum laude. Amani M. Craddock. Matthew James Crawford, cum laude. Natalia Marie Da Silva. Sarah Keyoung Daly. Ryan Michael Dean. Ryan Roger DeRusso, cum laude. Shannon L. Doherty. Ryan Alyssa Dorain, cum laude. Kelsey Elizabeth Dumont, magna cum laude. Anissa Robina Ivers. Elizabeth Emma Enright. Kira Elizabeth Fairley, summa cum laude. Bailey William Fernandez, magna cum laude. Luis Miguel Fernandez, magna cum laude. Cynthia M. Filatas, magna cum laude. Ashley M. Fisk. Phyllis Patricia Jensen Ford, magna cum laude. Hunter Nathaniel Franker, summa cum laude. Patrick Elnathan Gagne. Travis John Gerasi. Kimberly Jean Galarno, magna cum laude. Carmine A. Giordano, cum laude. Timothy Lewis Going. Nathan Christopher Goldsnyder. Nicholas Gonsalves, cum laude. Ivan Anthony Gonzalez. Rachel Elizabeth Graves, cum laude. Anthony Guida. Natalie Panare Hamilton, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Hansen. Malik Anthony Harrison. Tristan Hayes, cum laude. Krista Marie Hurst. Alicia Marie Heyer, summa cum laude. Christina Marie Hood, summa cum laude. Nathan Indelicado. Robin Keith. Amanda Marie King, magna cum laude. Dana Marie Koweski, magna cum laude. Margaret Grace Krockmal, magna cum laude. Sean Michael Kakauskas, magna cum laude. Patrick M. Laforge, summa cum laude. Rachel Nicole Lapointe. Marcus Lawrence, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Leary. Callan LeMay, cum laude. Nija R. Lizaire. Sabrina Leslie Lomonaco, cum laude. Felicia Ann Lord, cum laude. Gabriel Stephen Luciani, summa cum laude. Lucas M. Lupino. Catherine Ann McSoud, magna cum laude. Charlie Thomas Madden. Allie Maloney. Nicholas Marinuzzi, summa cum laude. Timothy Peter Marsh, summa cum laude. Peter Craig Martin. Anthony M. Matarazzo. Emily S. McGrath, summa cum laude. Caitlin B. McSweeney, magna cum laude. Alex J. Mazzaro, magna cum laude. Abby Lynn Miller. Molly A. Miller, summa cum laude. Raymond Jared Miller, magna cum laude. Caitlin Minier, cum laude. Caitlin M. Morin, summa cum laude. Regan Noel Moulton, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Musette. Siobhan A. Murphy, magna cum laude. Jermal Murray. Kayla Elizabeth Milot. Devin Neary. Kathleen Ann Newberger, summa cum laude. Jairus Neville. Jillian Danielle Noble, summa cum laude. Gianni Pajaron. Alyssa Papsadero. Payal Patel, summa cum laude. Andrew Alfred Pelkey, Jr., cum laude. Sarah R. Pereira, cum laude. Corrine Pierce, magna cum laude. Jennifer Marie Piet, cum laude. Tyler W. Price, summa cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Puzo, summa cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Radley, magna cum laude. Kelly Brianna Reese, magna cum laude. Joseph A. Roy. Roy F. Rudolph, summa cum laude. Shelley Saffron. Tia Simone Sanchez. Stephanie Marie Sansusi, magna cum laude. Annalise Pelletier Sardella. Eileen B. Savinelli, summa cum laude. Andrew Bryant Schatt, magna cum laude. Tori Schultz, summa cum laude. Lauren Taylor Sears. Jeremy Douglas Seeley. Kelly Spain, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Spear, summa cum laude. Allison Regina Stanlewis. Mark Abraham Stevens, summa cum laude. Stephen Charles Stewart. Rodney Ziwa Tamukedi. Bruna Tavares, magna cum laude. Shelby Ryan Telega, cum laude. Marta Turmo Crespo, magna cum laude. Dominique Nicole Valentine, magna cum laude. Corina Van, cum laude. Richard Viviani. Erin Patricia Wallace. Margaret May Pearl Waugh. Kelly Nicole Wesley, cum laude. Brianna Catherine Wiggins, cum laude. John Joseph Williams IV, cum laude. Annalie Rose Wogemuth. Nicholas Kevin Wood, summa cum laude. Nicholas James Robel. Kevin Zaire Keegan Young. Neil P. Young, summa cum laude. C.C. Telfer.
The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Associate Professor of Finance, Mac Bean.
Lillian Chihuahua Ba, cum laude. Joseph Nicholas Baldwin, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Barnes, summa cum laude. Jordan Daniel Barnett. Dominiqua Lene Bethel. Michael Adam Bona, magna cum laude. Christopher Boyce. David Bradbury, Jr. James Michael Bruno, magna cum laude. Hannah I. Burke. Luke Daniel Batera. Brittany Carreras. Jake Tanner Castor, cum laude. Amanda Marie Salona. Morgan Claire Colombo. Ryan Capagna, cum laude. Caitlin Aaron Conley. Damian Warren Cook. Catherine Marie Corby. Kelly Alicia Crandall. Kara Linian Cruzfuli. Michael R. Crossman, magna cum laude. Stephen P. Crowley II. Mary Kay Coolinan, magna cum laude. Carly Anna Dobb. Katie Laurel DeVort, summa cum laude. Kara Ann Duravan. Dominguez. Michael Dominguez II. Sophia Ray Dormeau. Matthew Dresselhaus. Mariah O'Neill Eaton. Hannah Margaret Eldridge. Ryan Flattery, cum laude. Euro Christopher Forbes II. Nicholas Storm Fortehu. Yuri Ferrucci, cum laude. Sam Anthony Galeato. Gerard Gray, Jr. Courtney Abigail Grezik. Eric Mcdermott. Bridget Catherine Harrington. Holly Hay, summa cum laude. Shannon Hayes, magna cum laude. Victoria Hemmerdinger. Andrew Michael Honig, summa cum laude. Emily Grace Hume. Scott David Hunt. Curtis James Jordan. Shay Kizil, magna cum laude. Shane Quintilla. Bridget F. Claff, magna cum laude. Pamela Cretan, cum laude. Alicia Gail Lasnick. Daniel Longton. Edwin Madeira. Isaiah Martinez. Justin Patrick Means. Ashley Lynn Ann Medino. Taylor Mills, cum laude. Demetrius Nicholas Moreno. Ronald Morrissey. Caitlin Markehi, cum laude. Aaron Mackenzie Newman. Chanel Boulali Nicholas. Sadie Elizabeth Pavo, magna cum laude. Carly Christina Picarillo, magna cum laude. Jenny Price. Andrea Rice, summa cum laude. Amanda B. Rooney, cum laude. Alicia St. Cyr. Whitney St. Ill. Riley Sizer. Christopher Anderson Sanderson. Paige Salvage. Kayla Ann Scariati. Angelo R. Salido, magna cum laude. Ashley G. Silva, cum laude. Shannon Eileen Slater. Hannah Marie Selinsky. Victoria Ann Steele. Tina M. Tebow. Luke James Tracy, magna cum laude. Alexis Sapphire Ventries, cum laude. Zipporah Candace Velasco, cum laude. Cameron Scott Vetter, cum laude. Michael Thomas Weisner. Ryan Jones Woolley. Walter Paul Ziski, cum laude.
The candidates for the Associate of Arts degree will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to award the appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Anne Marie C. Carey. Kelsey Gray.
Let's just soak this in for a minute. Wow, congratulations, everyone. With great pride as your president and your fellow alum, it is now my distinct honor to officially welcome you, class of 2019, into the Franklin Pierce University Alumni Association. Over 25,000 graduates of Franklin Pierce University also enthusiastically welcome you as individuals and as a graduating class to this alumni network. To paraphrase Lewis Hyde from his book, The Gift, as a student in pursuit of your educational goals at Franklin Pierce, there were times when you certainly worked in isolation, but you never were alone. This will still be true for you as an alum of this institution. We are forever connected to one another and to Franklin Pierce, this incredibly special university, our alma mater. Congratulations. Now, I'm going to ask the graduates from the class of 2019 to please stand. And move your mortarboard tassels from the right side to the left side. And now, please turn and face your families and friends so I can present them the class of 2019. Thank you all for joining us today. Ex umbris ad lucem. Congratulations, everyone.
To probably take them. Start at the far end. And then these three. We still do it. We give people ponchos. That's why I asked where we're going.